So this is Ellie. Ellie is what we call an F2. So her mom and dad were both Doodles. So we got a Doodle and a Doodle bred together, which gives us a very, very curly coat. So I'm going to show you today how to brush Ellie out without hurting her or making her uncomfortable. So this is a slicker brush and it's a universal. So we're going to be using wrist actions. So what we want to do is we want to get down to the skin and we want to go up. So we're dividing that hair. I'm also holding on to Ellie's skin so I'm not pulling on her. I want you to listen really carefully because a big part of the slicker brush is the sound. You can hear when there's mats and when it's mat free. So I'm going to be quiet now so you can hear that. So you can hear the mats in there. And now, as we're getting through those mats, you can hear that sound goes away. And now we have a nice smooth sounding coat. I'm not going to brush Ellie all the way because I have to still bath her. And that's going to relieve and blow out some of that, some of those curls straight. So it's going to be easier to get those mats out. At home, once you've got those mats out, we now have the Greyhound comb, and we should just be able to glide through that coat where I've dematted. And that's what you want all over Ellie's body. You want to be able to glide through that coat. Another thing I wanted to mention is you should not bath your Doodle at home, because what happens is when a Doodle gets wet, the curls get very tight. And unless you have a high velocity dryer to blow out those curls straight, you're gonna have a matted dog. I know one of the things Ellie's mom says is, you know, she goes and plays with friends, it gets really dirty. So what do I do if I can't bath her? And I say, well, you know what, you need to call me. You can go ahead and keep her brushed and mat free. But as far as if she needs a bath, you should definitely give your groomer a call, and they'll know how to get them bathed, blow dried, and mat free. So now that Ellie is all bathed, we're now going to dry her using the high velocity dryer, and you can see we're blowing all those curls straight and dividing all that hair up. So Ellie's all dry and all fluffed up. Now we're gonna get all of these curls straight, separate them all. So again, we're using our wrist action and we're holding onto her skin so it's not causing any discomfort for her. And you can hear the mats. Good girl, Miss Ellie. Now when we get to Ellie's legs, she has some leg issues. She doesn't like me touching her feet or legs. So what we're going to do is going to make it as comfortable as possible. So we're going to go the path of least resistance. So I'm going to hold on to her leg. Good girl. I'm going to hold on to her leg and I'm going to go frontwards first. I'm getting those mats out. Good girl. And then I'm going to hold on to the front and I'm going to get the mats out this way. Good girl. And then when we get to the foot, I'm going to hold on to the foot and I'm going to go down. Good girl, Ellie. As you can see, I'm brushing onto my hand, so I'm not scratching her skin. And then I'm going to hold on to her skin up here and just go down in a line. Good girl. Until you can hear that the mats are gone. And then I'm just going to move to another area, do the same thing. When I get to her back end, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to hold on to her leg and I'm going to go frontwards. Making sure all those mats are out. I'm getting right to the skin and then the opposite. So I'm going to go backwards putting my hand on the inside of her thigh. So it's going against my hand and not that skin back there. Don't move your tail, sweetie. Whether you brush every day, it depends on the coat type of your dog. So with Ellie, I would probably say at least 4 or 5 times a week. With a really thick Doodle, so one that has an undercoat like a Bernedoodle, Sheepadoodle, Aussie Doodle, they would probably be required to be brushed every day. And if you keep them mat free, then it's a 5-minute process. As you can see, you can hear she has no mats in there right now. And again, I'm holding onto her tail and I'm going sideways because she doesn't like her tail being brushed. Brush your dog. When you come in, first of all, your groomer is going to put their fingers through the dog like this, and they're going to be able to tell immediately whether there's matting there or not and how deep it is, and if it's something they can tackle. If it's not something that they can tackle that's going to be comfortable for the dog, come on, sweetie, stand up. Then the options are you need to shave the dog down and start over. I personally don't like to do more than about 10 minutes dematting. I think after that it's too hard on the dog. So if it's just like the ears that are matted or the tail's matted, okay, I can handle that. But if it's a full coat that's matted, I usually just advise let's shave down and start over. So when I'm brushing the butt, again, I'm going from one side to the other side. I'm not going down this way because that can hurt the dog. When we get to the ears, we're going to hold the ear flap up here, and we're going to start from the bottom. And we're going to brush out any mats from the bottom, moving up to the top, holding on to the ear so we're not pulling on it. Good girl, Ellie. Good girl. Top of the head, we're doing that same wrist action, and we're doing it in layers. Good girl, Ellie. So once I'm done doing all that, brush out, then I want to take a comb and go over the dog. And I'm going with the wider bristles on the comb, or the water teeth, I should say, on the comb. And we want to be able to get all the way around the dog like that. And if I do feel a resistance, like I feel on the inside of Ellie's legs here, I'm going to go back to the brush. I'm not going to try to pull it out with the comb. I'm going to go back to the brush. There. And it should just glide through like butter. And you can see the difference because we could not do that to Ellie when she came in. So now that Ellie is all brushed out, I'm going to give her her trim. Show a picture of her when she's all done. If you have any questions or comments, just put them below. So Ellie is all finished. So with the right slicker brush and the comb, Ellie shouldn't need to visit the groomers for another 8 weeks, and Mom shouldn't have any problem keeping her mat free and comfortable. Thanks.